That is an example of something that might get cut out the video.
Delete it.
Alright, so my name is Mr12rounds. I'm the founder and owner of WinMore. Today we have my good brother here with me.
My name is Reginald Bailey III, aka Mr12rounds. Some people call me 12. I'm the owner of 12 Rounds, the owner of Before It's Too Late. I be rapping on the side for real.
You probably think I'm too bossy.
Yeah, I be doing graphic design, brand coaching, brand consulting, product development, painting, drawing, spray painting. Yeah, you feel me?
Y'all don't got this.
I does this.
Y'all can have something similar to this, I would assume. Good, I missed the 12 rounds.
If I fuck with you.
Yeah.
One piece for real.
Get your cookies up.
Get your cookies up, man. Get your rounds up, man.
Yeah. So today, we wouldn't just have an impromptu conversation as we've already been having for the past few hours anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But just to add some context that we can share to our people, share to ourselves, reflect back on, test our level of creativity. You know what I'm saying? Working with what we got is something that I like to pride myself on.
Sure.
So if you don't mind, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself, who you are, beyond the brand?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, over east, down the hills, on 5D, man. I've always been a creative spirit, always been the type of person I just like to try things for real. See if it work out for me, see if I like it, if I'm interested in it. And once I try it, if it's not for me for real, I'll just say fuck it, move on to the next. I always had a passion to just want to help people, want to see people do better. And just do more for the world, for real.
Where do you got an example of anything that you remember starting while you were young? What's one of your first projects, if you remember?
I remember when I really wanted to learn how to skateboard. That was 6th grade. That was probably no, I ain't gonna lie. 4th grade, you feel me? Some of my friends, they was like, oh, we should make a rap group. And so, you feel me? I think I was the only one from the group that had wrote a rap. I think I found a beat, wrote the rap.
YouTube beats and shit, or was it beyond YouTube?
I don't even
That's
remember.
why you these things.
Yeah, I don't even remember what it was from.
Yeah, fuck y'all, we old enough to have old people's stories.
Yeah.
Some of y'all ain't gonna have old people's stories.
Before, back in my day.
Yeah.
But yeah, you feel me? So, yeah, even drawing though, I always drawing, coloring and shit. Those were things that, those were projects for me for real. Yeah. Playing with my toys and fucking making a scene or a story out of that shit was I would try to write autobiographies and
about yourself?
Yeah.
That's what autobiography.
Yeah. second, third grade for real.
Reginald Bailey.
On March 24th, 1996.
Down the hill. Can I go back to the skateboarding thing? How did skateboarding get welcome to life? You know what I'm saying?
When I was living out Essex and shit, man, it was 5th grade going into 6th grade for real. My god brother, a lot of people know him as Crippin' for real. Yeah, he was the first black motherfucker I saw skateboarding, you feel me? And that shit just looked
dangerous, living on the wild side.
Yeah, it just looked cool for real. And then just living out Essex, it was hella.
Right. And
then going to middle school, it was I met hella people that was into that shit for real. And so it was I just got exposed to it. Like I said, it was cool to me for real. Another dude I went to middle school with, his name Brett, or Bam Bam for real. But he was sponsored and shit at the time. And being sponsored, you could get free skateboards, free decks, free clothes, free merch, free shoes, all that type of shit. So that was the goal.
Yeah.
It
wasn't just, I want a skateboard down the street and shit. You had to sell something with it.
Yeah. It was I want to get nice enough to be sponsored. But I only probably learned 3 tricks out of the 2-3 years I was skateboarding. I was scared to hurt myself.
If you got dropped off in the middle of a state with a skateboard, would you travel with that skateboard?
Yeah.
Alright, he said, nah, I ain't just saying.
When I was out Cali, I was doing that shit. What? Straight back. What? I'm out, nigga. Oh, kick push.
I think I'm skipping a little forward. I think I might dive back into it, but just more so, when did 12 rounds feel serious to you? Like, I guess when it might have been introduced, what, the first product, or before the first product? But
when when did it become real? It was just like, cause it's still just a dream to me. Like, it's a dream that my younger self would dream of. So like, living it is still just like I just be blown away for it. You know what I mean? I just be doing backflips in my head on the inside, but on the outside I just be calm, because it's like, I ain't gonna say I can't believe it, but it's just like, damn, this is really my reality for real. People really wear my clothes, like, nigga, that's really my logo. Nigga, you really got one of my shits tagged on you for real.
oh yeah.
You feel me? So stuff like that, yeah, no question. It's just like,
Quick nothing.
it's like yeah, stuff like that is what makes it real for real. What made it real was when anytime somebody calls my phone or anytime somebody tells me that 12 rounds stayed there, like, that's what makes it real to me for real. Like, the clothes, I always say all the time for real, the clothes is the accessory, the clothes is the tangible item that brings 12 rounds to life for real. But 12 rounds, the brand is the mindset, that perseverance mindset, you feel me? The resilience, the fortitude to get through the highs and the lows of life, the slow moments for real, the moments that you just don't know what the fuck to do or why shit is going on for real. But you just keep swinging through that. You feel me? You allow 12 rounds to get you through those moments for real. Like, that's what it's for. And so when people hit me up and be like, yo, I wanted to fucking end all this shit, but there was a voice that just kept saying, keep swinging. Or niggas, one time a nigga said, he said his wristband kept him alive for real. And the wristband was faded. It ain't even had, it was the first ones that I made. It ain't even had the words on it no more. But he said he knew what was there and what it stood for real. So he never took that shit off. And that shit got him through his dark moments for real. So it's those times for real, it's like, nah, this shit is really, what the fuck?
That's real. Oh, damn, so not to get too down the vibe and shit. So on that ending, what's some of the lows, man? What's some of the lows of the business? What's some of the moments where you had to really find yourself like, shit, I'm gonna keep swinging? It ain't even, you know what I'm saying, when you was getting stuck the hell out, but what's some of the times where it was really just like, all right, man.
It's been times like, putting in so much work putting in a lot of work to create a product, right? Being like, all right, like when I was printing t-shirts in my crib for real, like, all right, because it's always start off with what do I want to do? For me, for real, my process. Like, it's like, what do I feel? What do I want to see? What do I want to put out for real? And then so once I figure that shit out, going through different ideas, once I figure that out, it's like, all right, bet, I'm gonna do this for real. And I still have a lot of different ideas with that, and I still gotta narrow that shit down. And then it's like, all right, bet, boom, buy the blank t-shirts, buy probably like a new ink color that I don't have for real, fucking take the screen off, how I gotta do all that shit, rearrange my room a certain type of way, print all the fucking t-shirts, go through all that, print them one by one, draw them one by one for real. Take fucking pictures of them, create good advertisement for them, you feel me, do photo shoots for them, you feel me, make fucking advertisements with the photo shoots, put that shit out, and then it don't sell.
Alright, cool. So you just hit into something I was just thinking about, right? And it's funny you answered part of it, so let's dive in there, because I always assume, and I like to tell people, right, is that once you add a system to some things, it becomes easy, because most things is kind of a system, you know what I'm saying? If you get a system or a routine, if you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you know what I'm saying, you get your breakfast, the rest of your day should flow smoother, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, kind of what you just hinted at is that sometimes systems don't work.
Right.
So how often when it comes to building a plan, are you like, man, I gotta follow a plan, or I just gotta let this shit flow, you know what I'm saying?
What I've realized for myself, I don't know. I feel like things happen better when it's more organic for real. When it's just natural. Like when you try to calculate things for real, when you like, oh, I'm gonna post it at this time, or I'm gonna drop it for this, or I'm gonna do this because of this, and I want this reaction. It's just like you're not always gonna get that for real, regardless of what plan you put into place or whatever for real, what system you want to follow. And especially like on the building tip, like as we all just in the building stages of what we all do for real. It's like if you don't have that guaranteed recipe for real, you feel me? Whereas though like it don't matter what the fuck you do, it's gonna bang for real. Like no matter what you introduce, it's gonna bang.
So you believe some people do have that though? Some people naturally do just come with that.
Some people for real, and it's all about. I feel like in today's time, today is just society is just very trendy. Shit always been trendy for real, but like right now it's like if this is hot, then that's what everybody wants. And then as soon as it's not for real, niggas up. You don't see people wearing that shit no more. You don't see people talking about it no more for real. It's no longer like what is a classic piece.
Well, so all right, again, so I want to challenge this kind of thought. Do you feel like again, some people are just naturally saucy, or some people like they just really pay attention? Not even pay attention. Sometimes they just luck up and catch that. All right, this the trend. This the trend. This the trend. They just somehow naturally, or some slick way falling into trends. How do you feel like is anybody really just got it? They just fall slick about some shit.
There's two ways. I don't know, because there's two ways to go about it for real. Cause like some people would say, follow a trend to get into the market for real. You feel me? And then do what you want to do. But then there's other people that say, stick to what you true to for real. Stick to what was true to you for real, and stand out. You feel me? Or just target a niche audience and allow your niche audience to make you grow for real.
Right.
So I can't say for real. I ain't blow up yet. So, but for the people that have, it's like from my perspective, they was just doing what they did. You feel me? I didn't see the ones that really made it and that stuck around for real. They stuck to their guns with what they wanted to do.
Most likely the fake and phony that got exposed already. We done already. You know, you can see them. You can see the difference.
Exactly.
Right?
The trend is gonna come and it's gonna go for real. And anything that come with a trend is gonna go right with a trend for real. That's how I feel about it.
I like that. This might be the first of many interviews. Who knows? This might be a legendary one that y'all only ever get one of. But while we here, I want to dive into the other side of what you do, which is like the creation of your art, the actual production process, which is like the music. I think is something that's big in what you do, and obviously the actual products that you make. Like for example, you mentioned a tattoo. You mentioned this is something that you created. Like, what does that mean? How does they work together? How don't they work together? Why do you know?
Like I say, man, ever since a kid, I just love to create shit for real. But it's crazy, bro, because like, you know, in high school I would always say, I'm God, for real. And so it's a guy by the name of Myron Golden. And one of the things that he said, I just heard this probably like a few months ago. He said people say God is good, God is bad, God is jealous, God is this, God is blah, blah, blah. He said in the Bible, God tells you exactly what he is. Very first verse of the Bible, and it says God is a creator. And that we're all made in his likeness and in his image for real. And we're all creators. And so it's like, I just like to create. You feel me? It's like I have ideas in my head and things that I want to do, and it's like, why not just fucking do it? You feel me? Yeah. Or why not, if I want to try it, why not just fucking try it? Like, I can only be good or bad at it. If I'm bad at it, then I know it's not for me.
Alright, so I'm glad that you just now went to a quote. It's funny because that was my next thing. I was going to ask you, what's one of your favorite quotes or bars that you dropped? Or even, favorite slogan. And we can come back to this if you need to think, but that's going to be one I do want to know. I do want to see. I'm saying, because another thing with the autobiography, you're a writer, so one thing that lasts out there to the world is, these quotes, they don't know play with it, but you know what he said and what he don't. Of Cool. So your creation, yo, what have you put out there on the music side, man? What's that?
So I got some songs out there, man. You could go straight, load it up, ride with me, how I feel, and fuck it up. Everywhere, anywhere you listen to music at. Find me at Mr12rounds, Mr12rounds. Don't try to be lazy and just put the 1, 2. I want you to work for it. Spell out the whole letter, the whole word for real. But yes, I got that shit. I'm working on an album right now called Love Me Now. Got that shit tattooed on my neck for real. Love Me Now before it's too late.
Who's this for? Who's the audience that you're trying to connect with for Catch? Before, in the past, or now, if it has changed?
I don't know. I never was worried about the audience for real. I just like making music. Like, I just like hearing. It'd be funny because like you hear niggas blow up and niggas be like, yeah, you feel me? I just hop on the booth and say something. And I just like how it sounded for real. That's how I be feeling. I know what type of music that I like, what type of sound that I like for real. And those are the type of sounds that I'm influenced by. I don't necessarily try to recreate those sounds for real, but yeah, it's just like that shit. If you fuck with it, fuck with it.
Do you feel like that's good or problematic in any way? Like, is it even in the sense of like the difference between like yo being the Nas rapper, or J. Cole, Kendrick rapper, or just being like yo I'm the Uzi rapper, I'm the Future rapper. You know what I'm saying? T-Pain.
Yeah, I don't know, cause I don't feel like I'm like any of them.
Right.
Like only person that I feel like I would probably relate my music to, and this because one of my homeboys said this. PK said this to me a while ago. Andre said this to me years ago. He said my shit just reminded me of like Nipsey, just by the way, the type of shit, or like how Nipsey would talk about shit, or what he would talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just be saying what I feel, saying what I live, something that is possible to happen in my life for real. I just be saying real shit.
Beyond just being able to put it out there, do you feel like it helps you personally, helps your business, helps your relationships? Which one does it or don't it help?
It's definitely helped. It's helped expose 12 rounds.
Right.
Like, cause from the times I performed and shit, and it's so funny, bro. People would introduce me like, yeah, Mr12rounds coming up to the stage, and every time, bro, it's the same reaction. 12 rounds, what that mean? What that mean?
12 rounds.
They not even that, but they just like, oh, he nasty, Mr12rounds.
Yeah,
so I get up there, I get up there. The first thing, especially like at open mics and shit, with people that don't know me, I get up there and be like, and for y'all that don't know, I'm Mr12rounds because I own clothing brand 12 rounds.
This nigga was a Tyrese.
Yeah, right. I give them the whole rundown of 12 rounds and shit, and then they hear the music, and then when I'm done performing this shit, motherfuckers be like, yeah, your shit fire. But you said you own clothing brand for real? Yeah, I'm trying to feel me. What's your Instagram? What's your website? What's your blah, blah, blah.
I feel that.
And then I put them on that way.
Obviously, I'm saying you probably wouldn't say that was forced necessarily. That just happened naturally, right? Do you have any advice to somebody that is, I guess, building a business but also doing things that's on the side that may be good or bad? You know, just other things on the side. Do you have any advice for a person that's trying to
build your brand? Build your brand. Stick with one thing for real. Just start off sticking with one thing. Like I'll tell you feel me? You already know. I tell the bros this for real. Like, if you want to do a bunch of different things for real, it's like, yo, just allow one thing to get your foot in the door for real. And once you can kind of like, once you just build a name off that or build a brand off that for real, just keep growing. You feel me? Don't hold yourself back for real. Don't feel like you gotta be so tied or so committed to like one thing. You feel me? Like, be committed to that shit. You feel me? Dedicate yourself to that dream for real. But if you can also use these other things and these other ideas and other shit that you want to explore with for real to just help build the ultimate plan for yourself for real, and just find a way to do that shit. Like, not even find a way to do that shit, just fucking do it. Like, I mean, it's life, bro. There ain't no rules to this shit. Like, ain't no rights or wrongs for real. Like, if it works for you, do it. If it don't, then figure it out. Keep swinging. Like, I don't know. I feel like, I can't wait to do a lot of podcast interviews and shit. Cause like, listen to a bunch of people and it's like they got all the answers for real. It's the answers for them.
Real. I like it.
Yeah, and it's like, we can all give advice and shit and all that, but it's like, yo, there's no right or wrong. There's no, you're not gonna fail. You're not in school no more. It ain't, you feel me? You can't, we're not taking a test. So it's like, you either gonna fuck up and try again, or you're gonna fuck up and be like, fuck it, and I'll move on to something else for real. Well, you know what, this is really going good for me for real. Well, I can't do all that, that's too much on my plate, I'm a little overwhelmed by that for real. Nigga, take a step back, and then just do what you can, like, pace yourself. I don't believe in overload myself. I don't believe in, like, fucking killing myself with work.
Right.
You feel me? One of the quotes, I'm a big quote guy, so the quote thing is a question I really gotta think about.
Good. So I'm ready. I'm next up. It's coming.
One of the quotes that my great grandfather would always say, it's two of them for real. If you working hard, you're doing something wrong. And hard work should, if you love what you do, then you'll never be working hard for real. Phil Knight, there is no finish line. Keep going, keep swimming. Don't even think about the journey. Don't even think about the destination for real. The destination is the journey. The journey is the destination. You feel me? So even once you get to a place where you feel like you want to get to, that's not the end. You gotta keep going past that for real. There is no finish line. There is no 12th round.
I love it. Just had a great conversation. Damn, I think we wrapped it up real smooth, man. Hopefully we end up having more of these conversations, more time to be able to give y'all some more content of who we are, who we know, what we know, you know, just be able to expose people to it. I think that's as simple as it is for me when it comes to doing this. I don't, like you just said, yo, if I'm working too hard for this, you know, then it don't make sense.
Yeah.
But we can just come, sit down, have a conversation, get some gems. You know, I was listening to somebody, and they was basically saying, you know, obviously money and all that's important, but you know, you really can't defeat what knowledge is. I think he was saying, like, yo, I'm a speaker, and people was asking why would people want to pay to listen to you speak. It's like, yo, because that type of information, you can't pay for that shit. Yeah, the value of it is crazy, man. So take in the information, you know. Enjoy it, man. Ask some questions, throw some concerns, challenge some things, bro. Like he was saying earlier, just do it, just do that shit. And fuck, like we wasn't out there saying just do it for them. We saying just do it for them. So they just lucked up. Got them a good slogan. But yeah, no, for real. But appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you, bro, coming through.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
I want that money, I want that bag. Late nights, I've been down on my ass. Niggas hating, why the fuck is you mad? Man up, go and get you a bag.